Ganapati Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patage Namaha. Welcome to all for the session on Ramayana to chapter 11 of Uttara Kanda, in which we will going to learn about Dhanada, that is Vaishravana or Kubera, seeds Lanka, means he gave up Lanka to Dashagriva. In fact, in the last chapters, we have seen the birth of Dashagriva, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Vibhishana, and they went out to perform the austerities, and they had got lot of boons from the Brahma regarding their invincibility. Sumali, the one of the great demon who was hiding in the nether worlds, Sumali, having learnt of the boons that the rangers of night had received, abandoning his fear, emerged from the nether regions, and the companions of that Rakshasa, Maricha, Prahastha, Virupaksha, and Mahodara rushed out also full of fury. Thereafter, Sumali, with his friends, surrounded by the foremost of the Rakshasas, sought out Dashagriva and embracing him said, by the grace of heaven, O dear child, desire of my heart has been fulfilled, since you have received these excellent boons from the Lord of the three worlds. The great fear that forced us to abandon Lanka in order to take refuge in Rasatala, into which we were precipitated by Vishnu, has now been dissipated. Many and many a time, under the threat of the terror, we abandoned our retreat, but being pursued together, we plunged into hell. Your brother, that crafty lord of wealth, that is Vaishravana or Kubera, took possession of the city of Lanka, board of Rakshasas. If it be possible by conciliation, gifts, or force to regain the possession of it, that is, possession of Lanka, then do so, O irreproachable hero. You will then become the sovereign of Lanka, and by your grace, the Rakshasa race that has been disestablished will be reinstated. Thereafter, you will reign over us all, O Lord. Then Dashagriva answered his maternal grandfather, because remember, Sumali is the father of Kaikasi, who happens to be the mother of Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Dashagriva answered his maternal grandfather, who stood near, and said, the Lord of Wealth is my elder brother. It is not fitting that you should speak thus. Quietly rebuked in this wise by that Indra of the Rakshasas, the most powerful of them all, Sumali, being aware of his intentions, did not insist further. Some time later, as Ravana continued to reside in that place, Prahastha addressed these significant words to him. O valiant Dashagriva, such a speech is not worthy of you. Brotherly love is not the concern of heroes. Hear me. There were two sisters who loved each other, who were supremely fair. They were wedded to that lord of creatures, the Prajapati Kashyapa, and with him Aditi begot the gods, those lords of the three worlds, while Diti begot the Daityas. To the Daityas, those virtual heroes, the earth, with its mountains surrounded by ocean, formerly belonged. They waxed exceedingly strong, nevertheless, they were slain in war by the mighty Vishnu, who gave over the imperishable triple world to the gods. You are therefore not the only one to act in opposition to a brother, which was done by the gods and asuras. Follow my counsel, therefore. Dashagriva, hearing these words, was filled with joy, and having reflected a moment, he said, "It is well." And in his delight, same day the valiant Dashagriva, with his rangers of the night, repaired to the wood bordering on Lanka, stationed on the Trikuta mountain. That ranger of the night sent out Prahastha, who was skilled in speech, as his ambassador, and said to him, "Go speedily, O Prahastha, and speak to the foremost of the Nairaratas, addressing him in conciliatory words, saying, This city of Lanka, O king, belongs to the magnanimous Rakshasas. O my friend, you did take possession of it. It is not just. O you who are beyond reproach, if you do restore it to us now, O hero of unrivaled exploits, I shall be gratified, and justice will have been maintained. Then Prahastha repaired to city of Lanka, those whose strong support was Dhanada, and addressed the Lord of Wealth of illustrious lineage in the following words. I have been deputed by your brother Dashagriva, who is near at hand, that long-armed hero who is pious and the foremost of warriors, to come here, and my words are those of Dashanana, O Lord of Wealth. This ravishing city, O large-eyed hero, was formerly held by the Rakshasas of terrible exploits, whose chief was Sumali. It is on this account, dear son of Vaishravas, that Dashagriva asks you to restore it to them. This request is made in all friendliness. Having heard Prahastha, Vaishravana replied in words worthy of one who is skilled in speech and said, Lanka was bestowed on me by my father when it had been abandoned by the rangers of night. I have peopled it by inducement of gifts, honors, and every kind of privilege. Now go and bring this answer to Dashagriva. The city and the kingdom under my dominion are yours also. O long armed hero, enjoy this realm without restriction. Share this dominion and its riches with me without any division. Having spoken thus, that Lord of Wealth went to visit his father, and paying obeisance to him, related the nature of Ravana's request, saying, O my father, Dashagriva has sent a messenger to me, saying, Give up the city of Lanka that was formerly occupied by the Rakshasa race. What shall I do now? O blessed one, tell me. On this enquiry, the Brahmarishi Vishravas, foremost of the ascetics, said to Dhanada, who stood before him with joined palms, Hear me, O my son. The long-armed Dashagriva has spoken of this matter in my presence, and I have often rebuked him. He is exceedingly wicked, and in my wrath I said to him, You will be destroyed. It were better for you to listen to my words, which are fraught with reason and integrity. He is perverse, however, and the boons he has received have so intoxicated him that he can no longer discriminate between what is just and unjust. It is on account of my curse that he has fallen into this lamentable condition. Do yourself, therefore, retire to Mount Kailasa, that support of the earth, O long-armed hero, and leave Lanka with your followers at once. In that place, the enchanting Mandakini, the most excellent of rivers, flows, whose waters are covered with golden lotuses, radiant as the sun, and Kumuda, Utpala, and other varieties of water lilies of sweet fragrance. Devas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Uragas, and Kinnaras sojourn there, constantly disporting themselves. It is not fitting, O Dhanada, that you should enter into combat with that Rakshasa Ravana, for you are conversant with the special boons he has received. Hearing this reply and obedient to the counsel of his venerable father, Dhanada left Lanka with his consort, his sons, his ministers, his vehicles, and his wealth. Meantime, Prahastha had sought out the mighty Dashagriva and with a joyous heart said to him in the mid of his counselors, the city of Lanka is now free. Dhanada has abandoned it and has departed. Do establish yourself therein, so that with us you can fulfill your duty. Thus did Prahastha speak, and the all powerful Dashagriva invaded Lanka with his brothers, his army, and his court. As the gods enter heaven, so did that enemy of the celestials enter that city that Dhanada had just deserted and which was divided by well planned highways. Enthroned by the rangers of the night, Dashanana installed himself in that city, which was filled with Rakshasas resembling dark clouds. The Lord of Wealth, however, in reverence to his father's words, built a city on Mount Kailasa, which was immaculate as the moon, adorned with splendid palaces, sumptuously decorated as Purandara constructed Amaravati. Thus come to the end chapter 11 of Uttara Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharade Devi Kashmira Puravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Dananja Dehime. Goodbye.